Good afternoon. I'm coming to you today to talk about a few things. Kind of just a Tuesday ramble, if you will. But I wanted to talk about stereotyping and judgment. Whether it's within the homeschooling community, homesteading community, or really any community in general. It's something that I've dealt with a lot. Especially when I discuss things within my life, whether that be with coworkers or close acquaintances or even friends. People don't understand what we do, what I do. But as we teach our children when they're young, we shouldn't judge about what we don't understand. But those lessons that we teach our children tend to carry into adulthood, and we don't even listen to our own advice. That's a big problem in our world. You know, we are grown adults and we don't listen to our own advice to our children. We tell our children not to bully. We tell our children not to call each other names. We tell our children that it's wrong to judge others, lump people into stereotypes. This is the stuff we teach our children. Yet, here we are as grown adults, judging each other. You know, a place that I had worked for 20 years, there was a lot of that. And I'm not the only one. I'm sure, most other workplaces around the world are just the same, unfortunately. But the homeschool community, and more specifically, we get a lot of stereotypes. First of all, most people don't even know what homeschooling is. Homeschooling isn't on the computer with another teacher teaching your children. Homeschooling is good old-fashioned mom, dad, siblings, all together teaching and helping each other out. I make all my curriculum, I'm not saying I don't use textbooks or I don't use different resources out there, but I buy what I want to use when I want to use it. I don't buy a boxed curriculum. But the curriculum, that's another subject for another day. But yeah, I teach. My husband teaches. We all teach together. We all learn together. It's something that can't be done from a third party. So there's that stereotype that this is online and somebody else, it's a public school in the house, and that's not what it is. It's a good old-fashioned homeschool learn. Also, there's the religious aspect of homeschooling. Most people think that homeschooling is a mainly Christian culture. And it's true that, a lot of homeschoolers are Christian and use homeschooling to help with their teaching of their religion. And that's, a lot of the reason why we homeschool. It's just not based on Christianity. We want to teach what we want to teach and not have other people's views forced upon our children. So it is a plus to be able to do that. Also, the socialization aspect is a big one. You get, well, how do your kids, see other kids and this, that, and the other. And, there's plenty of opportunity to interact with other children, whether it's scouts or different clubs or organizations that your family's involved in, co-ops. You know, there's a lot of homeschool co-ops you can join, that you can get together with other homeschool families. Sports, dance, all the same ways any other kid is going to interact with children. So, you know, I think it's silly when people talk about socialization because, you know, you're still going to interact with the world. Just because you learn at home doesn't mean you don't take your kids outside of the house. So that's kind of silly. Now, every group, every culture, every type of person has their weirdos. You know, some people use homeschooling as a tool to kind of control their children, and that's true. There are people out there that do that. But you cannot judge an entire group of people on a few wackos. And that goes for any group. You know, we talk about racism in this country and this, that, and the other. You can't judge one group of people based on what one person does. It's just ridiculous. We can't do this, you know. We have to stop and learn about it. You want to understand what homeschooling is? Please ask me. I'll be glad to talk to you. Please, talk to me. Don't judge me because you don't understand what's going on. You know, be an adult and ask. You know, why do I homestead? Why do I prepare myself? Why do I do the things that I do? Well, ask me. I'll be glad to share. And I think most people, once they actually, you know, try to find out who you are and what you're about, they find it fascinating and maybe even want to learn. And that's what I'm here for. This is why I'm creating this channel, so that I can help, you know, destigmatize all these stereotypes that are out there. And I know, you know, no matter what I say, no matter how much I explain, there's still going to be people out there that's not going to like what I'm saying, not going to like what I'm doing, and that's okay. But as an adult, it's time people learn. You don't like it, move on. You want to at least understand it, ask me a question, and I'll be glad to answer that. So, you know, I don't have much of a point to this video except, you know, I've spent many years seeing other people in this world judge, stereotype many groups of people. And it doesn't matter what group, because you're going to get judged no matter what you're doing. How you're doing it, what you're doing it, why you're doing it. Somebody is judging you, and that's a sad, sad fact. It needs to stop. We need to stop judging and stereotyping people. You know, a lot of what's going on in this world, I'm finding, and it's kind of ironic, that it's bringing people together. You know, just as 9/11 brought people together. Some of the things that's going on in this world are bringing people together. And that's a good thing. They're trying to divide. They're trying to separate. And I think, you know, it's working against them. It's not working. Now, you're going to have a part of the population that is still sleeping. But I hope that what this is doing is bringing people closer together so we can all come together and fight these judgments, these stereotypes, and what they're trying to do to us as a whole. Alright, so I guess that's Tuesday night's ramble. At this point, I don't have too much to add. But my kids are at Girl Scouts, so there's socialization for you. And it's about time to start to pick them up here soon, so I'm going to sign off for now. And I hope everybody's well, no matter what you're doing. Be kind to each other. Be kind. You don't know people's stories. You don't understand people's stories. And if you don't understand, ask them. That's the best thing I can tell people. Ask questions. You don't understand it, ask people. So, you know, we have to listen to the advice that we give our children. We have to listen to it. All right, so everybody take care and be well.